Does your entire world feel as if it's collapsing? Has the meaning you once found in your career, your relationships, maybe even your own identity, all vanished? You're left feeling empty, confused, and profoundly lost. You might feel alone, maybe even broken, like you're walking through a thick, endless fog with no light and no direction. But what if I told you this isn't the end? What if this agonizing period of desolation is actually the necessary, sacred beginning of your greatest transformation? You're not broken, you are being reborn. This experience has a name, the dark night of the soul. And what nobody tells you is that this collapse isn't a sign that you've failed. It's a spiritual initiation. It's the process of dissolving the old you so the real you can finally emerge. Stay with me and we'll explore what this journey is, why it hurts so much, and how to find your way back to the light. Not as the person you were, but as the person you were always meant to become. First things first, we need to clear up a huge misunderstanding. When most people experience the symptoms of a dark night, they immediately think it's clinical depression. And to be fair, it's an easy mistake to make. The feelings can be almost identical. A deep aching sadness that seems to come out of nowhere. A total loss of motivation. Feeling emotionally numb. And just wanting to withdraw from the world. The things that used to bring you joy might feel bland and colourless now. These symptoms are incredibly real and can be debilitating. But there's a functional difference between clinical depression and a dark night of the soul. While depression is often a psychological or a neurochemical condition, the dark night is, at its core, a spiritual crisis. It's a natural, though painful, part of a spiritual awakening. It isn't an illness that needs to be cured, but a sacred process that needs to be understood and moved through. The biggest difference is its purpose. A dark night isn't just random suffering, it's a purposeful dismantling of the ego. That false, conditioned identity you thought you were. The pain you feel is the pain of letting go of illusions, attachments, and old beliefs that are holding you back from your true purpose. The suffering has a deeper spiritual source. This isn't a sign that you're broken, it's a sign that you're outgrowing the person you used to be. So, what's the secret nobody tells you about this intense suffering? It's this. The dark night of the soul is an act of spiritual alchemy. It's a process that transforms the heavy lead of your old, conditioned self into the brilliant gold of your true, authentic soul. That profound emptiness you're feeling isn't a void, it's a cocoon. Think about a caterpillar. To become a butterfly, it has to completely dissolve into a formless goo inside of a chrysalis. From the outside, it looks like death, total annihilation. The caterpillar, as it knew itself, literally ceases to exist. This is exactly what's happening during the dark night. Your ego, the collection of stories, beliefs, and identities you've built your life around, starts to dissolve. This is often called ego death, and it's terrifying because your ego mistakes its own dissolution for your actual death. It will fight to survive, creating feelings of intense fear, despair, and hopelessness. But here's the profound truth. You are not your ego. You are the awareness behind the ego. The whole point of this process is to help you realize that. The dark night strips away everything that is false, every conditioned belief, every societal expectation, every layer of identity that isn't really you, so that what's left is pure, authentic essence of your being. The suffering is just a byproduct of your resistance to this shedding. The more you cling to who you were, the more painful it becomes. This is a sacred initiation, a rite of passage that shifts you from living through the tiny lens of your personality to expressing the boundless wisdom of your soul. It's not here to destroy you, it's here to set you free. That emptiness you feel is the space being cleared for something new and infinitely more real to be born. Trying to get through a dark night can feel like being lost at sea without a compass. But there are signs and stages that can act as guideposts, helping you see where you are on the journey. Just knowing them can make you feel less like you're going crazy and more like you're on a well-trodden path. It often starts with a trigger, a major life event like losing a loved one, a career falling apart, a relationship ending, or a health crisis that completely shatters your worldview. This event pulls the rug out from under you and begins the descent. The signs of the dark night are both emotional and physical. You might experience a deep, bottomless sense of sadness and despair, feelings of worthlessness, hopelessness, and a general dread about existence. A complete loss of interest in hobbies and activities that you used to love. Deep confusion where you question everything, your purpose, your beliefs, and your faith. Feeling disconnected from yourself and others, which can lead to isolating yourself. And physical symptoms, like constant fatigue, trouble sleeping, body aches, and even digestive issues. It's not a straight line, but the journey usually has a few key stages. First is the descent into darkness. This is when you're plunged into all the confusion, emotional pain, and emptiness. This is where you come face to face with your own inner shadows, the part of yourself you've denied or pushed away for years. Next is the transformation or purification stage. This is the goo phase in the cocoon. As you start to let go, you'll notice small shifts in your awareness. New insights might pop up, and you'll start seeing your old life and your old self with a new, sometimes harsh clarity. This can be a weird time because you feel stuck between two worlds. The old one doesn't fit anymore, but the new one hasn't fully taken shape yet. And finally, there's the emergence and rebirth. This is the dawn after the long night. You emerge from the darkness with a renewed sense of self, a deeper purpose, and a real, tangible spiritual connection. You're reborn into a more authentic, awakened state of being. Knowing the what and the why is one thing, but actually living through it is another. The key to navigating this time isn't to fight the darkness, but to surrender to it. Fighting it is what creates most of the suffering. So, how do you actually practice surrender? First, practice radical self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same gentleness and kindness you'd give to a friend going through the hardest time of their life. Let yourself feel the pain, the emptiness, and the confusion without judging it. Right now, your only job is to allow this process to happen. Second, embrace solitude. That doesn't mean you should isolate yourself completely, but you'll need time alone to process everything that's coming up. Things like journaling, meditation, or even just sitting in silence can be huge for self-discovery. They help calm your nervous system and create a quiet space inside. At the same time, you can find a trusted friend or even a therapist or a spiritual mentor, anyone who can just hold space for you without trying to fix you. Feeling seen and understood can make all the difference. Third, let go of needing all the answers. Your mind will be desperate to figure this out, to label it and understand it, but the dark night is an experience beyond the intellect. Just trust that the clarity will come later. For now, the real wisdom is in being okay with not knowing. And finally, trust the process. This is probably the hardest and most important step. Have faith that this darkness has a divine purpose. Keep reminding yourself that you are not being punished. You're being purified. You are the caterpillar in the cocoon. It feels like the end, but you are on the verge of becoming a butterfly. After what feels like an eternity, the darkness will start to lift, and the dawn that follows the dark night isn't just a return to your old life. It's an awakening to a new, more authentic and whole version of you. This rebirth is the profound gift hidden inside all of that suffering. So, what does this new dawn actually look like? You'll feel a renewed sense of purpose, but it won't be driven by your ego or a need for external approval. It will come from a deep inner knowing of who you are and what you're here to do. Life takes on a new, richer meaning that you don't even have to think about. You'll feel a deeper connection to yourself, to other people, and to life itself. Because you've faced your own shadows, you'll have so much more empathy and compassion for others. That old feeling of isolation gets replaced by a sense of belonging to something much bigger than yourself. Peace becomes your new normal. Not the fleeting kind of happiness that depends on things going your way, but a deep, unshakable peace that comes from being aligned with your true self. You'll find you're more resilient, better able to handle whatever life throws at you, because you're no longer identified with that fragile ego. This emergence is a return home to your true essence. You start living with more authenticity, courage, and freedom. You'll set better boundaries, speak your truth, and build a life that actually aligns with your deepest values. The world outside won't have changed, but you will have changed, and your experience of the world will be completely new. The dark night of the soul is one of the most challenging experiences a person can go through, genuinely. But it is also one of the most transformative. It's your soul's brave journey of shedding everything that is false to reveal the brilliant truth of who you really are. The pain is real, but the purpose is profound. It's a sacred collapse that clears the way for an incredible rebirth. If you're in the middle of this journey right now, please know that you are not alone, and this darkness will not last forever. You're in the sacred process of becoming. I would love to hear about your own experiences. Sharing our stories is such a powerful way to support each other. If you feel comfortable, please leave a comment below and share a piece of your journey. And if this resonated with you, subscribe and turn on notifications and all that stuff. My apologies if the narration wasn't quite up to standard on this video, but as some of you are already aware, I've just had major kidney surgery and I'm still in a bit of pain, so sitting here at this desk is taking my breath away a little bit. But I'm definitely getting there and feeling much better, and I should be back into it fully in the next couple of weeks, I imagine. And also thank you very much to everyone for your kind words and your support over it. I was blown away by the love, and I'm grateful to you beyond words. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.